Yo, 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 yo. What's good with it, man? It's the homie MACK. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Reporting live from the Dogon. This is a session of MACK Minutes. An impromptu session of MACK Minutes. I guess most of them are impromptu, but this is impromptu in the sense of I had the intent of doing a MACK Minutes about one thing in particular. And I found out some disturbing news that actually made me cry. Made me feel very despondent. In a way, I feel good about that because certain things I kind of wondered if I had become numb to them. You know, and if my humanity was lacking to a certain extent. Most people would say that I'm pretty stoic. And I own that. I'm a pretty stoic person. But I'm still humane. I feel feelings. I acknowledge my feelings. And I guess I was, it made me feel good to know that, I'm not numb to certain things. But this is not about me. Brother Purcell Pearson, a spring 17 initiate of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. He just graduated from University of Wisconsin Whitewater. This brother, it's sad because it's like the world should not be introduced to him in this way through his life being taken away through violence. He was a homecoming king at University of Wisconsin Whitewater. He was the president of the Zeta Iota chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated at University of Wisconsin Whitewater. He was an entrepreneur, a recent college graduate. I think the first to graduate from college in his family. What else? This brother, he was a part of the student council at again, University of Wisconsin Whitewater. This past Saturday, his life was taken away. The people who violently took his life, from my understanding, as of today, have not been found. These suspects have not been found, but they will be. Evil has no place to hide or reside for too long. Essentially, what took place, there was a surveillance camera that showed Brother Pearson. I guess his arm was inside a van, and this van was looked like essentially they were trying to pull off, and his hand was in there. And from what I was told, there was a struggle over a pair of Cartier glasses. Cartier glasses are value. I mean, they're designer glasses. Very big in Detroit, a staple in Detroit, a staple throughout the Midwest. I remember hearing a lot of times about brothers being murdered over Cartiers, especially in Detroit. But yeah, there was a struggle over the Cartiers. And Brother Pearson, he was a fighter. You know, he was a fighter. He again, I hate that I was introduced to this brother in this light. I know people within the fraternity. I'm a member of Alpha. I think everybody knows that by now. But the things that I've heard brothers within the fraternity that knew him spoke very highly of him. But yeah, back to the video and the surveillance camera. There was a tussle. He was actually on the driver's side window as it was peeling off. And they actually drove in the opposite direction of traffic. They went towards oncoming traffic. So Brother Pearson definitely was a fighter. His life was taken way too soon. 22 years old. This is like I said, I've heard, death over designer, death over materialism. Brothers being, this goes back to the 80s. Brothers being killed over Jordans, over coats, over just material things that have no eternal value. Things that have a price tag. Life itself is it's priceless in a prodigious way. you can't even commodify life. Yeah. Um, this scenario has played out many times, and one of my frat brothers, I'm gonna say his name. He was in agreement with me that we're pretty much at the point now. When I say us, black people, we can't hold out for the government to do things for us. Somebody may be hear me say that, and they'll be like, "Well, Maurice, the government, MACK, the government has nothing to do with black people killing black people. Y'all just need to love yourselves and do better and stop pointing the finger." I agree that there needs to be accountability, but I feel like a lot of black people think, some of the primary advocates for the crime bill were black people. And I think we ultimately assert that through public policy, through the legal system, somehow this can rectify this rife situation, this cancer that has been endemic to the black community for a long time. I don't think we're going to do it through policy. I think there's going to have to be a revolution of ideals, a revolution of a moral revolution. My thing is, I feel as though through this capitalist construct, commodity modification is king. Consume, buy. A lot of people juxtapose their self-worth next to material possession. And I can kind of understand it because through hyper-capitalism, through marketing, it's almost like, it's like Malcolm X said, they take your mind, put it in a bag, and they take it everywhere. So it's like you're sold this reality. You're sold this idealistic paradigm. If I have this, girls will want me. If I have this, guys will think I'm attractive. If I have certain things, it will speak to my self-worth. It will speak to my value. Materialism, commodity modification, getting caught up in things of the material world, fabrics, labels, brands. There's like an unholy trinity within America. I would say the media. The media. I would say, what else? Again, materialism, and exploitation. There's probably beyond those three things, but I see those three things are very ubiquitous in a capitalist paradigm in an American society. I think people see that they're sold this image of happiness, or what will equate to happiness, which is pretty much a binary. The binary of American happiness is, money, wealth, materialism. And so I think people think for me to be happy or for me to have inherent value, I must have these things, X, Y, Z. I've seen so many people arguing over Balenciaga, Prada, Fendi, what have you, and they make $7.25 an hour. I've seen so many people argue over. I was literally seeing people argue over who has more money, Dr. Dre or Puff Daddy. So we have this ass backwards concept that value, that organic human value is connected to materialism and wealth. You can't commodify something that's priceless. R.I.P. to Brother Pearson, because and it's just sad because this it's tragic and it keeps playing itself out. And that's why I'm speaking to the revolution of morals. We need to create this paradigm where people understand that money should be a servant and a tool, and that your value should not be cognate with material possession. And until we address that, until we have honest conversations about that, and we deconstruct this hyper-capitalist paradigm, this is going to keep happening. Because it's almost like you have people who, they see these commercials, they see these memes, mass social media propaganda, media propaganda, and again, they develop like this suicidal fascination with materialism. One of the things that Huey P. Newton said was that black on black crime is suicide, because as one black person kills another, they kill themselves, because we exist in a community. You know, and some people may say, well, we don't really exist as a community, but by that I'm saying we exist in a community in the sense of things that negatively impact us, they reverberate, and they impact they impact our, not only our culture, but our people directly within our cities, within where we congregate. You know, Brother Pearson, he was murdered. Someone lost a son. You know, his mother lost a son. His father lost a son. You know, his frat brothers, they lost a frat brother. They lost a friend. You know, that there's a residual impact in that. You know, you're not just murdering one person. You're murdering families. You're breaking hearts. You know. But yeah, this is just a session of MACK Minutes. My thoughts, again, there needs to be a revolution in ideals and morals. There needs to be more self-reflection. Because it's a dangerous situation. And it's heartbreaking when you see people who only place their value in material possession. Brother Pearson should be here. His whole life was in front of him. And I know that sounds cliche, but I genuinely mean that. That brother, you know, when I went to his Facebook page, everybody was congratulating him about graduating from college. You know, and then seeing again that he was an entrepreneur. I think he was doing something with skincare products. He wanted to be a psychiatrist. So, he was going to go to med school because, you know, when you deal in psychiatry, not psychology, but psychiatry, you need to know the chemistry of the brain. You need to know the different, the neurons, the hormones, things that are firing and triggering, just the organic raw material of the brain. You need to know the nature of that so you can prescribe things. You know, he definitely had a spirit of a servant. Bright future was robbed from us. May he rest in power. I hope you understand that I'm not making excuses for his murderers. I'm not making excuses for his murderers. They were wrong, you know, and they need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. I'm just saying that there was an error in their thinking to want to do that to Brother Pearson or a pair of Cartiers. This is the homie Mac, music, art, culture, knowledge. Each one teach one. Each one teach one. Like, share, comment, subscribe. It's the homie Mac, man. Peace and love. Signing out from the Dogon.